Hello everyone, so we're going to do a little update here on Russia's evacuation from Syria, as there's some new satellite imagery which is worth a look. We'll first have a look at the most recent satellite imagery from Port Tartus naval base. So, as you can see here, the Mediterranean fleet is still nowhere to be seen in the base itself, but the port isn't fully abandoned, as we shall soon see. Next up, here is where the ships are. MT Anderson put this together. So the fleet is over 20 kilometres from the port. He's identified the vessels, so we have the frigates Admiral Grigorovich and Admiral Golovko, the Kilo-class submarine, the Moma-class intelligence ship, and the Kaliningrad-Keft oiler. The only Mediterranean fleet ship that seems to be missing is a Buchanan corvette, but I think that had already left the Med a while ago, as we hadn't seen it in any of the satellite imagery for a while. Now the most interesting bit for me. These were shared by Evan Hill on Twitter. So these images here show the Russian equipment which is flooding into Port Tartus in order to be evacuated. This you can see here is mainly supply trucks, but we can also see a handful of armoured vehicles that look to be BTRs down at the bottom as well. Now, you may remember a week ago maybe, we looked at a video showing a Russian column heading towards Port Tartus, being mocked at by the locals. That column featured a large number of MRAPs and a large number of black pickup type vehicles. These aren't visible here. It is possible they have already left, but I don't think Russia has any transporters in the area to do so. Most likely, they're either in just a different area of the port, or maybe in a warehouse or something. It is also possible those vehicles are being kept in a Russian base outside of Port Tartus itself, elsewhere in the city. Here's our next satellite image. This is Russia's Khmeimim airbase, their main airbase in Syria. On the left, you can see a bunch of light vehicles gathered near the main buildings. I can't tell what they are. I think it's likely pickups, trucks and the like which have helped evacuate troops and officials to the airbase from elsewhere in Syria. On the right hand side is the more interesting bit. So there you can see S-400 launchers near the planes. And here is today's image. So the planes remain, but all of those vehicles on the left are now gone, the ones which were likely carrying out the evacuations, and most interestingly, so is the S-400. Presumably, the S-400 is on its way to Tartus in order to be evacuated as well. So, signs are definitely growing here, but Russia is completely abandoning Syria and evacuating it. There's talk that Russia is negotiating with the new Syrian government in order to keep the bases, but given the evacuation here, including of the S-400 launchers, the talks don't seem to be progressing well at all, which doesn't come as a surprise. So, that's it for this video. Hope you found it interesting. Before we finish, I'm going to play a video from Sanath about the ongoing fundraiser for Ukraine. Thanks so much for watching, and take care everybody.
Hello Khmeimim community, it's Sanath here coming to you from the east. It's been a minute, huh? Thank you everyone for your support. We couldn't have done all this without you. If you think back to where we were like a couple of years ago, everyone was expecting our lovely neighbours to rush in and take over the world. It hasn't happened, eh? They've had a bit, but they've paid a very, very heavy price for that. But of course, we can't do this without funding, and we can't do this without your support. And you've played a pivotal role in this effort. We've hit some trouble out here where we've lost some equipment. It's always a bit of a cat and mouse game between radio signals. We upgrade our equipment, take out their stuff. They upgrade their equipment, take out ours. And you don't know what the status is until you lose some kit. So we lost some drones and some other electronic equipment. And kind of could do with some support because I don't have an immediate solution to this particular problem. So with your continued support, well, we can give these guys what they need to keep the job going. Okay, thank you everyone for your support, and sorry for the stuttering. If you haven't gathered already, I'm still not perfectly comfortable in front of the camera. Take care, bye-bye.